Hello everyone, Gio here from Fandom United. Welcome back to the channel. And yes, I did see the Batman Tuesday night, fans first screening in IMAX. Look, see, they gave me these when I came out of the theater. And this is the Batman Long Halloween #1 special edition. And you can see there is art inspired by the movie. And as you can see, I got two because I thought of you, honestly. So if you want one, just hit me up in the comments and I'll send it to you wherever you are. But yeah, I want to talk about this movie without giving away any spoilers because I know a lot of you ain't seen it yet. I mean, y'all got lives, okay? Y'all work and whatnot. I work too, but you know. So this will be no spoilers and just my quick thoughts on the movie because it's tough to talk about this movie without getting into spoilers. I mean, come on now, let's face it. We live in a world now on Twitter where people they just don't care. There's no grace period, there's no window or whatnot. They'll put it all out there. I've seen it from some of the major trades as well. Very shameful. First thing I want to get into is just the type of Batman movie this is, because I also want to prepare you for what you're about to see. The movie is just under 3 hours. It does not feel like 3 hours, and you will hear this from a lot of other people. The pacing is so good. The story that Matt Reeves conceives. Again, this is a movie that he's been working on since, let's see, War for the Planet of the Apes came out in 2017. It's 2021. He took a good year and a half writing this movie, maybe a little bit more. But the story is so good, very neo noir. Batman in his most detective form that we've seen yet in live action. Um, this movie is definitely a slow burner starring Batman and a couple of his rogues gallery, which we'll get into. So if you're okay with that, I think you're going to enjoy it. Just be prepared for a very detective style crime mystery type of story. Robert Pattinson as Bruce Wayne, Batman. Ah, this guy is truly a special kind of talent. Okay, I don't want to hear anymore about Twilight or this and that or whatnot. Okay, that was 11 years ago. This guy has truly grown as an actor. And for what Matt Reeves had in mind for this kind of Bruce Wayne slash Batman, Robert Pattinson plays it to perfection. In this movie, he's very closed off. If you're expecting Playboy guy who goes to these fancy dinners, interacts with these rich people and whatnot, no, he's very closed off because he's in year two. He's in year two of Batman. He's still finding his ways. He has no problem taking down criminals and whatnot, but the purpose behind it is something that's explored and questioned in this movie. And I gotta say, I left this movie very interested in seeing where Pattinson's Bruce Wayne Batman goes from here. It is only the start of a trilogy, and yeah, Robert Pattinson definitely delivers in this one. He gave the right kind of intensity. He delivers um, emotion through his eyes, and we see that in the trailer where he's just there's so much pain and torture and anger, and for other characters in this movie, um, it he it rubs off a certain way. Lieutenant Gordon, played by Jeffrey Wright, who is fantastic in this movie, really great. You get a lot of scenes between Batman and Gordon and their relationship. They clearly have a rapport together, and hopefully the HBO Max series touches on that. The two of them find themselves in the center of a corrupt city and a GCPD that doesn't entirely trust, let alone understand, this Batman, this vigilante. And Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of the two of them working together, detective work. It's really amazing. I felt like the previous movies they lack that. It's usually they'll meet up and on the rooftop and they'll talk for a little bit, and Batman will go do his thing, and Gordon will show up from time to time. No, this one is the two of them working together. There's a lot of screen time between them. It's great stuff. A lot of screen time between the Bat and the Cat. Catwoman, Selena Kyle, played by Zoe Kravitz. Her character arc was something that I did not see coming, and it ties into another character in this movie. But she's great. She has no problem going toe to toe. She doesn't care if you're a politician, a cop, or somebody who also wears a mask. She's great. I'm excited to see where her arc goes. Speaking of Rogues Gallery, Paul Dano as the Riddler, Colin Farrell as Penguin, John Turturro as Carmine Falcone. Across the board, great performances the entire way. Anytime they're on screen, specifically Paul Dano's Riddler and Colin Farrell's Penguin, scene stealers. Scene stealers. Let's start with Paul Dano's Riddler. Terrifying, menacing, obviously Zodiac inspired, and it's done so well. The riddles that he has, um, they really get you scratching your head. Where is this leading to? Where is this going? Like I said, this movie's 3 hours, but you're engaged the whole way. There was not one time I looked at my watch. And Paul Dano as an actor, look, very underrated. Not a very well known name, star, until you see this movie. He's going to get so much spotlight from this movie, and I'm excited about it. But the way he's able to just turn it up to 100 and then go 200. One moment he's talking all, calm and terrifying and intense. The next moment he's yelling, he's screaming, whether, he's interacting with Batman on a phone or like in person, it's just Paul Dano brings it. He understood the assignment. As for Colin Farrell's Penguin, man, maybe anytime he's on screen, he was not in this movie enough. And that's okay because we're going to get the HBO Max series that's going to further dive into this character. Very much an origin, but Colin Farrell, we know he's great in everything that he's in. I'm curious to see if general audiences would even recognize him. Such an amazing performance. There is a great chase sequence that we see in the trailers between Batman and Penguin. There's a pretty cool shootouts happening. Anytime he's on screen, you're just like, man, this character is so well written. It's amazing. And again, I want to touch it furthermore on that chase sequence in the rain. Matt Reeves, his eye for action sequences, set pieces. It's some of the best stuff I've seen in any Batman movie. John Turturro as Carmine Falcone, maybe some of John Turturro's best work. He delivers it with such a commanding presence, but his arc also takes an interesting turn in this. And real quick, I know I said Long Halloween, clear inspirations in this movie. Long Halloween, Batman Ego, Batman Year One. I could not believe that a 3 hour movie with so much dark themes and just, dare I say, depressing stuff would be so engaging, but it truly is. And it was a great start to a trilogy. Everybody gave great performances. Michael Giacchino's score really elevates the movie in a lot of moments where there is tension, there is emotion. I didn't talk about Andy Serkis as Alfred. He's great. If you thought the Dark Knight Rises moment between Michael Caine and Christian Bale, where they kind of part ways, let's say their relationship uh, gets a bit shaky at times. So clearly, I'm raving about this movie because it's great. The Batman is a great movie. Not just a great Batman movie, a great movie. And I can't wait to watch it again. I'm going to try and go today, Thursday, or tomorrow, Friday, and see it. See it a couple more times. If you get the chance, watch it in IMAX. It's great stuff. It's a great experience. Great story, just greatness. So that's gonna do it, guys. Geo here from Fandom United. Tough to talk about this movie without spoiling, but I did it, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts if you saw it. What'd you think? What's your reactions? What'd you like the most? Who'd you like the most? Let me know down below. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, and if you're not a subscriber, I invite you to do so anyway. I appreciate you guys so much, your time, your subscriptions, and until the next video. You guys take care.